So our patient Brianne here had an aoral hematoma on one of her ears. She's just got a lot of debris and wax in her other ear, so we're just going to clean out that ear using just an epiotic ear flush. So we'll use this to clean out her ears, and then we'll just apply some Genazol in that ear to get it nice and medicated. We will first take our ear flush here, and she's got tape on her head just to keep that other ear from actually flapping and causing another hematoma. One is just going to hold her and keep her muzzle nice and closed and keep her head kind of steady, because a lot of times they don't like this flush going into their ear. What I'll do is I'll cup the ear in my hand and just kind of keep it nice and steady so that when I actually apply the ear flush, it'll stay all in there, and then just a little bit will drain out. So I'm not going to actually touch the tip of this into the ear. I'm just going to kind of let it drain into that ear canal. And because she's got a lot of wax and debris there, I'm not going to be able to get a ton down deep in there, but I'll just go ahead and drip this in there until there's a sufficient amount. And then I'll take my other hand while I'm just keeping this ear steady and just massage this at the base of the skull and the ear, and just kind of let that flesh work around and kind of loosen all of that wax and debris up. And we should do this for about a good 30 seconds, just so you know that everything is kind of getting loosened, and then we can make sure her ears get nice and cleaned. She's going to be actually having a surgery tomorrow, so we're just doing this preemptively to get her nice and cleaned out and just get the ears prepped for surgery. And I'll just take a couple of my cotton balls here, and we'll just scoop out all of that wax and debris that came to the surface. Drop that. She's got pretty dirty ears. Like I said, she's going to need a lateral ear resection, but we'll just get these nice and cleaned and medicated in the meantime so she's more comfortable, and then that way she's kind of more ready for surgery tomorrow. You can use Q-tips. I did bring some Q-tips out because a lot of dogs and cats have these little crevices. You want to be sure not to stick the Q-tip down the ear canal to damage the inner part of the ear, but you can take the Q-tip just on the pinna and just kind of clean those little crevices of all that gunk. So even just these couple of cotton balls have really made it a lot cleaner from the first time. And if we have to do this again, sometimes we have to add a little bit more flush just to get deep down in there and get all of that gunk out. And what I'll do, now that her ear is much more clean and you can see a lot of that waxy, dark brown, black gunk is gone, we'll just take a cloth and just kind of dry her ear and dry the part of her neck that we kind of drip some of that flush on, just so it's nice and dry and it's not seeping onto the tape. We're going to actually put her e-collar back on so that way she's not bothering at her ears, because they are pretty itchy. And this will just kind of help us clean the pinna a little bit and get any of that residual wax and build up off of her ear. So she's all set to go now. So we just finished cleaning up Brianne's ears. They're all nice and dry and clean. We got a lot of that black gunk out of her ears, and we're just going to take some Genazol and get that kind of medicated all around. So again, same concept. We'll go ahead and just hold her ear upright. Just take this Genazol without getting the applicator tip into her ear, and we'll just let that medication seep into her ear. I'll just again massage it for a good 30 seconds, make sure that it's working its way around inside the ear so we can prevent any buildup from happening. And so obviously it feels pretty good because her ears are pretty itchy and she's kind of moving her legs. So we'll just go ahead and work this around. And once we're all done, we'll take that cloth again and just make sure any residual is not actually on the surface of her ear and getting onto her neck. But she'll be all good to go for the night.